Hey everyone, welcome back to JP's Budget Collecting, another episode of the Whatever Report, where we hang out on a Saturday and I ramble for an hour, and you guys hang out with me, and I always appreciate it. So yeah, let's see. Despite the fact that John's trying to steal my audience right now by going against me, I tell you. But anyway. Me being silly. My man GT Key was in here early tailgate as always. Burklar, what is happening? Blue Collar Dan, good evening, good evening. Mr. Ramman, hello, sir, hello. Gordon, did I get a good rest? Maybe. The beard is looking a little scraggly. I probably should come in. Mr. Lasso, what is happening? Hello to whatever from the Don Troy fan club. No comment. So yeah, we're hanging out. Yeah, that's looking a little. Definitely needs to be combed, I think, but that's okay. Was a short rest, longer? Definitely a long rest. Yeah, so we're back. Hopefully back to a little more on schedule and doing our usual stuff here going forward. Yeah, it's been a weird couple of weeks. I didn't obviously didn't do anything last week, previous week, because I was at that conference and wasn't home and all that stuff going on. And then I got home and somehow did a whatever report last week. Not even sure how I cranked that out. I was so tired. It was, yeah. And then I didn't do anything this week until today, where I did turn out the look back video. And then we're here tonight. So yeah, it's been 2 weeks of almost no content from JP, which is pretty unusual for me and my channel. So hopefully we're gonna get back to normal. But yeah, this week was a weird week. Recovery, catch up at the office from all the stuff I missed while I was gone, and it just seemed kind of fly by. And yeah, it's just yeah. So yeah, we didn't do. It's been 3 weeks. So well, we missed 2 weeks of Cash or Trashes. 2 weeks or 3 weeks? 2 weeks, I think. 2 weeks of Cash or Trash. We've missed. If we missed this week, it'd be 3, I guess, because we didn't do it last week, even though it was back, and we didn't do it the week before I left, and we might not have done it the week before that even, because life was in the way. So yeah, it's been 3 weeks. We hadn't done it in 3 weeks, and then this would be the 4th week, but should happen as long as Tom gets his video out, and we'll do it Monday night. DB Cooper. It's been a little weird. It's been a little weird. The life is, been kicking JP's butt, which seems to be the case. Life a billion, JP like negative 15. Seems to be, where these things tend to go. But that's the way it goes sometimes. So, but we're back. We're doing it, and we should get someone back on schedule. We'll talk about some of this stuff in a minute. What are you doing, old man? Lay back down. Yeah, you were asleep, and now you're up, standing up, and moving over here closer to me, huh? I'm talking. Yeah. Old man is, he's a good boy. First, he's skydiving is not for you. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, so let's get into this. We'll get into our whatever report things. What are we drinking tonight? Well, we are just not much. I've had a little bit of this already, but we are killing this bottle tonight. No, there's still a little bit in there. Yeah, this bottle I almost killed a couple weeks ago, and luckily I didn't, because when I did my whatever report, it ended up just being a hangout stream, and I drank something else. And then I switched to this and was going to kill it. And luckily I didn't quite kill it, because I was hungover. So, it's the next day, like the worst I'd been in a really, really long time. Yeah, there's just like a couple drops. Get that out of there. All right. Yeah, that was my worst hangover in a very long time, because I don't normally drink much. But I did drink quite a bit the last time I was on here with friends like 2-3 weeks ago now. And so we're decided just to finish this bottle off because when it gets that low, you need to get rid of it pretty quick. So yeah, this holiday soft red wheat is going away. So I'll probably have to replace that at some point. Then I've enjoyed all the Bid Holiday. Now they're kind of a local. They're up north of Kansas City. Got a long history, but closed and then just recently restarted. And these are kind of their first. These 6-year-old bottle and bonds they put out in started putting out in 23 were kind of their first products, or maybe 22. I forget now. Yeah, maybe 22. And yeah, so they are. Anyway, I've enjoyed them. I'll probably continue to support their stuff. But that's what we're drinking tonight. What is coming up on the channel? Yeah, so a return to normalcy. That is my hope for what's coming up on the channel. Obviously, we put out after missing a week, which I hadn't missed a week in a very long time. We put out our look back video. TJ hasn't even yelled at me yet, so I consider that either something's wrong, I really made him mad, or he just hasn't had time. So, but we did get our look back out today. We should have a cash or trash Monday-ish. Probably not tomorrow. We will be playing D&D over on Whitewell Comics channel tomorrow night again. And I probably have an unboxing this week, maybe, possibly, fingers crossed. So I do have something coming in, and it should be this week. It should actually be early this week. We'll see. Wednesday, we're going to get back on the indie show train. We're kicking off a new series. At least that is the plan. With Unruly and Bearded Comic Bro are joining me. Greg and Lane are joining me, and we're going to be talking Black Science. So next in my remainder after loving Deadly Class, this is one I've been wanting to read for a long time. So we're going down a different Rick Remender road. I have not yet cracked this sucker. So I know this one's kind of either loved or yes, D&D tomorrow night, Gordon. I know a lot of people love this, but I also know it's kind of a time travel craziness. But I'm looking forward to diving in. So we're gonna do volume 1 this week, and hopefully maybe do a couple of these in a row, and then or relatively short order, and kind of get through this whole volume, and then I'll jump over to something else. At some point in the next month, we're gonna have the end of season 4 of the indie show, and I'm gotta figure out what I'm gonna do going forward because it's really slowed down, mostly because of me and scheduling and that kind of stuff. And yeah, how I'm gonna handle that going forward. And the answer is I don't know yet. I really don't. So, but we're gonna have an indie show this week, and yeah, so that's be it. I mean, that's quite a bit. My man George, what is going on? Howdy. I know. I gotta get back to the basement. I've just been kind of hanging out with the dog and not packing stuff up and down. Because I work from home most of the time right now. But I don't know if the old man's going anywhere anytime soon. So either I need to like figure out something to get a different background up here again, or start using the basement and just leaving him up here in the evenings to do my shows or whatever. So, which is what I was doing initially, and then I felt bad ditching him, and because he'd whimper and whine at the top of the stairs, and because he doesn't like to be in his old age. He doesn't like to be much further than that. I even moved his bed in here today, so like he doesn't like to be much further than that from me anymore. So, so yeah, so my setup, my new setup that's in the basement and everything is not getting used. So I don't know. At some point it'll be back. There's my friend George again. Nice. Very cool. Now to pub. That would be fun. I would love to do a D&D game in person at some point. I'm enjoying the heck out of playing with the guys online. It's been a lot of fun over the last couple of years. But I would love to get into like an actual in-person game. That would be fun because I've never done that. So, yeah. He's got a Batman blankie. It's not a Batman. It's like a moose and squirrel blankie and stuff. So yeah, similar to my my little thing here is I don't remember where that blanket came from, but no Batman blankie. It's an outdoorsy blankie, I should say. You guys, I've never read I Hate Fairyland. Not read. The only really Scotty stuff that I've read that's not like his mainstream stuff is Middle West. I haven't read any of Scotty Young's other stuff. I enjoyed Middle West, but that is not one I've read. Your dragon. Yeah, I know. It's not as cool. It would be cooler if he had a Batman blankie, wouldn't it? Yeah. Scotty old. He's getting that way. Aren't we all? Look at all the freaking gray in this thing. I mean, look at that. It's just kind of ridiculous. The longer it gets, the grayer it gets. I may have to trim it just because. Just because. So that's that's everything coming on the channel. So we should have D&D tomorrow night on White Whale's channel, but then we should have a Cash or Trash. Should be an unboxing of one of my 2024 hunt list books this week. And then Wednesday, there should be an indie show on Black Science. And maybe, I doubt it happens this week, but I have at least started working on the next Let's Collect. We're not going to mention who it's for because somebody will yell at me. But I stayed on my character schedule, which meant next up with a Marvel female. So anyway, we're not going to talk about that. So hopefully we'll get a Let's Collect out. Maybe, probably not going to make the end of March. Probably going to be at least early April, first week of April. So probably not this week. We'll see. Maybe I'll make some progress tomorrow. I need to really do some stuff outside tomorrow. And it's supposed to be nice. So it is not Dazzler. Sorry. Feel my hunt list. Got 4 of my 20. A couple right outside the 20. Nice. Very nice. Good for you. No. You'll find out. You'll find out in good time. I think you'll be happy, although it's not Dazzler. So we'll see. You may not be. You're probably just gonna yell at me about that. That's what's gonna happen. But we'll get there. We will get there. Ooh, Silk will be a good one. I have not done Silk yet. Anyway, so yeah, that's stuff coming up on the channel. What do we pick up this week? Nothing. I had no Midtown books show up. Although they might show up Monday too. And yeah, I didn't pick up anything. I didn't go anywhere. Well, I guess technically I picked up something because the book that's going to come in a few days, technically I bought it this last week, but it's not here yet. So I haven't picked it up. So yeah, it doesn't. I bought a book off Shortbox the other night. And so should be here soon. We'll see. So hopefully, but technically I don't have it yet. Is that you? Are there other members? I gotta know. There probably are other members. I shouldn't be like that. So yeah, we didn't pick up anything this week. Not really. Apparently I'm still tired. What are we reading? What did we read this week? We started, which was the young adult, or not even young adult, like teenager, whatever. The next High Republic book that I had trying to get through my phase 2 of the High Republic books. I got a few to go. So I got started on it. And then I really didn't read anything else. And I barely read on that. I've literally this week, it's been like, normally when I read a lot when I go to bed. Like I'll read for 30 minutes or whatever on a good week. This week I pretty much went in and crashed. It took me like all week to get recovered. And then I'm still yawning tonight. So there you go. So you like Godzilla versus I haven't read any of that. See, like I know my man Unruly, I think, was a big fan of that. And there were some other people saying that was fun. If I read that, it'll be in trade or digitally later once it's all out. Yeah, that's just not something. I'm not buying those kinds of comics at the moment. I've tried to cut way back on my new books, like way back, and I need to cut back some more. And so I'm really only buying stuff I'm specifically collecting, and everything else I'm going to read digitally or in trade later. That's where I'm at. Picked up the original Tales from the Crypt 31, and a week or so ago grabbed a Golden Age Ghost Rider, not for Zeta, but still cool. Wow, those are awesome. Those are great books, Mr. Ant-Man. So, yeah. So, but yeah, my reading, maybe my worst ever. Maybe my worst ever. I got men's first round, 18 of the 32 games right. 50% is 16. I got 18. And I picked Grand Canyon, Duquesne, and I had one other upset that I got right. I forget. It was like 3 of the big upsets I got right. And I got 18. It was terrible. Like I missed every 8-9 game. I missed all but one of the 7-10 games. And the 6-11 games that had all the upsets, I picked 2 upsets, but I picked the one of the 2 I picked was wrong. So I missed the other 2. So I missed 3 of them and only got 1 right. Yeah, the one of the 2 upsets I picked was the one that the 6 actually won. Like, it was terrible. It was like my all-time worst bracket, I swear. What was the other big upset I got right? James Madison. I got James Madison right too. But yeah, it was bad. Worst ever. Now my women's bracket, yesterday I went 14 of 16. I almost got as many yesterday in the women's bracket as I did in the men's, but yeah, terrible. I can't believe there's 13. That's pretty good. Oh yeah, I had both Gonzaga and Kansas losing. And then I didn't have I had them both losing, and then where was the one that and then I had Texas Tech and Kentucky both winning, and they both lost. Like, I just got annihilated. I had Florida going to the Elite Eight. Like, it was terrible. No, I haven't. I'm so behind on everything, and Atlanta always makes me feel guilty. Like, I haven't read, like, I showed off like new comics I got last week. I haven't read one of those. I still haven't finished reading like the ones I got from the 2 weeks before that. And I have more new comics coming. Like, I just haven't. Yeah, it's just been a rough couple weeks. I'm just falling way behind. I have no excuses. It just has happened. I need more bourbon. I'm still at my 15 a month. When High Republic goes away, I'm going to try to get down to I'd love to get down to 10. But I say that, and then there's a new Zatanna book going to come out. And I'm like, ooh, I should read that. And so I don't know. I would love to get down to 10 a month. Maybe even less. But that would mean really, really cutting. The problem is the things that I'm not. I mean, would that mean cutting Batman completely? Like Batman and Detective completely? Because, like, I'm not cutting Poison Ivy. It's so good. I'm not cutting Birds of Prey right now. It's so good. I'm not cutting Wonder Woman right now. It's so good. Like, there's 3. Like, I could cut Catwoman, I guess, because it's not so good. I'm not going to cut Nightwing ever. um, I mean, I've basically cut my Marvel down to all I'm getting is Star Wars stuff at this point. Uh, that's new. Yeah, and I still are like struggling to get 15. See, this is not helping. This is not helping. That's not helpful. I'm gonna cry. Yeah, cat ones are bad. Dude, do I like did you not see my thumbnail tonight? Just for the heck of it, because I knew that I saw that book when I was going through solicitations today. I was going through like I always like as soon as the solicitations come out, I will go through and kind of see where I'm at on my pre-orders. So like my solicitations for um and see like if I'm gonna how hard it's gonna be to stay to my 15, what I might swap out for something, those kind of things. So yeah, my April pre-orders for June, and yeah, I saw the Zatanna Bring Down the House #1, and you see like I have options cover A, B, or blank, but I'm already at my 15, and that's just one Zatanna, so I don't know. I'd have to cut something to get like the blank. So that was the whole reason for my thumbnail tonight. Is I was like, oh, new Zatanna book. So yeah, I was like, oh, all right. So that was why we had because I didn't really have like anything to talk. I guess I could have, but at the point I made the thumbnail, I hadn't watched any of that. We'll get to that later. I could have done that as my thumbnail, but uh, so yeah, I definitely like Zatanna. Shocking. JP likes a female character. So, but yeah, so I was working on my went through. So anyway, on my Midtown order, I pre-order everything like 3 months in advance for Midtown to save a little money. And so whenever the solicitations first come out, I'll go through, kind of make a tentative list, and then about a week or so before they're ordered, somewhere that week before they're due, like pre-orders are due, I'll go back and look at covers, kind of finalize which cover I'm going to get, that kind of thing. So very nice, very cool. Did I miss that? Oh, if that was like a week ago, yeah, last week I missed everything. So yeah, if he did that while I was at that conference, I definitely didn't see it. I'll have to go back and find that. So for sure. All right, we've gotten off the rails a little bit. What are we watching? To be honest, I didn't watch much this week either, or last week. What did I watch this week? Yeah, not much. Nothing that's like nerdy fun stuff. But I did dive into X-Men 97 tonight. And X-Men, I think, yes. So I've only watched episode 1. I have not got to episode 2 yet. I literally watched it like an hour ago. I finally got a chance to sit down and watch it for a few minutes. And so let's give my thoughts here. So the new Ghostbusters movie, very nice. You know, I haven't even seen the other one. I've never went back and watched. Like several people that I trust have told me that it was really good. The first of the new Ghostbusters, and I never watched. I never got around to watching it. Like many things, it just slipped through the cracks on me. And so so I have not watched. I need to go back and watch that one before I can watch this one. Man, it looks like I got bags under my eyes. Like I'm super tired. There you go. There you go. Yeah. So, uh, so I watched episode 1. So some caveats. my history with this series before we go into it. I have not watched any of the X-Men animated series since like it was coming out. Like literally, like that would be the last time I'd watched any of it. I debated on trying to go back and watch some of it, and I did. Like everything else, I didn't get there. um, so for me, I don't have near the nostalgia that a lot of you guys do for it. For the X-Men series, like the music is great. It was not like for me, Batman the animated series and then the 90s Spider-Man were both really big deals. The X-Men was just fine. And I don't know that I really ever thought about it. So I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, why? Like, because everybody's like super pumped. I was like, why was I never into it? And I think it was just some of the character choices. And I thought about when I was watching it tonight. Like, I'm not. You guys know how I feel about Cyclops. And I'm not a huge Gambit and Rogue. I like Rogue. Gambit's okay. They're not necessarily favorites. I've never like Jubilee's just kind of whatever. Bishop's not an X-Men that I like. The fact that it's not like Nightcrawler and Colossus and Kitty and I think it's always part of like that's more the group. Like if you did them and then added Rogue and still had Rogue, I think I'd be more interested. But I think it was always just some of the team choices. I think for me personally, let's not say it was bad. I think it was just why I never loved it as much, is because it wasn't necessarily my favorite X-Men. Having said all of that, so that was I thought it was really, really. I watched the first episode. I thought it was really well done. Let's see. This guy still sucks. Like not D-Runk, the guy he's talking about still sucks. And I'm with John. If you watched John thing this morning, the stupid hero landing is lame as all get. Like what? Like he's like, and then to me, my X-Men. I've always thought that line was dumb. Like even when Chuck says it, when he says it, I've never thought that was good. I've never enjoyed that. That's not Avengers Assemble for me. I've always thought that line. And then his line later where he's like, give him a forecast. I was just like, what? Come on. But anyway, besides Cyclops, that scene with Storm and the tornado and the Sentinels, that freaking was badass. Like the Wolverine, like them having to figure out a way to do a fastball special without Colossus, but Gambit charging up the claws, like that was pretty freaking cool. That was cool. Like no, it was really, really well done. I was impressed. I'll watch some more of it. But yeah, let's see here. I'm way behind on things. Yeah, Ghostbusters Afterlife was good when it came out a few years ago. This one wasn't too bad. Okay, nice. Second episode was oh my god. All right. Well, it's Trial of Magneto. Yeah. So it's the next episode, and I know they're going into Life Death, which for Storm is badass. So I'm looking forward to it. I just am not. I don't have the feels that a lot of other folks do for it. That doesn't mean it won't be good, and I won't enjoy it. It just it's a little more. Everything from it sounds like it'll be hot spec books. Pretty much. I would say if you don't have those books, wait until the show kind of comes and goes. There you go. Might rhymes with I don't know. I'm missing something there. I get that. I totally get that. So yeah, and it's not that they're bad characters. It's just that those characters don't necessarily like intrigue me as much as some of the ones that are missing. Was legit your fan, but you're a huge Cyclops fan, so of course you would think that. I thought he lived up to my usual expectations of he's kind of lame. He's not. Oh my Cyclops rant. I'm sorry. And that I will say that has nothing to do with it coming from Cyclops. The whole give him a forecast. I don't care if Wolverine said that or Gambit said it or whoever. That line is lame. I'm sorry. That line is bad. Forget the rest of it. That was just I literally I was like, oh god. Like, are you kidding me? But then, like, they go from that lame freaking line to then the Sentinels going, Omega's level threat detected. And, like, her, like, yeah, that was freaking, it was corny. Fine, it was corny. There you go. Since some storylines for, yeah, this was kind of just, this first episode was really just a reintroduction um, of the show kind of thing. So, yeah. Dude, that's Jean and Magneto and Chuck and Beast's first appearance, Iceman's first appearance. Then it's Cyclops and Angels. And you could flop which one's less important. But no, that's awesome that you do. And I mostly just like my Cyclops hate is exaggerated on here, mostly because I do it on the X-Men show with John and Justin and them, and I like to push Chet's buttons and that kind of stuff. He is not my favorite character, absolutely truth. I think there's I think there's problems with him as a character, and the way they portrayed him over the years. But if you love Cyclops, good for you. Like, that's awesome. So yeah. Hey, and I'm glad George has his first appearance. It's a fantastic book. And so no, they do not make that. No, that no, they do not need to make her say that. Do not make that woman in that with her voice say those words. Don't do it. um, Life, Death, Inferno probably even seeds. Life, Death is next. As episode 3, I believe, is Life, Death, or the beginning of the Life, Death thing, and then which I'm looking forward to because it's a fantastic story. Like, and I've forgotten how long she was without her powers in the comics. Like, but that whole arc for Storm is just fantastic, and yeah. And I will say, like, they did touch on one of the things that's always annoyed me about Cyclops, which he seemed to actually be doing better with in the show, which was like his inability to like trust other people, like Storm and them to lead. Like, he always has to like meddle, even when he's not the leader. And like, and he was doing that in this show. Like, oh, I have, like, Jean's trying to get him to leave, and he's like, I have to meddle, which they're clearly setting up maybe that story arc too. Be interesting to see. Which is what happened after Nate was born in the comics, and I'll be curious. Like, I haven't watched episode 2 yet, but are they gonna? Is that Jean? Did I miss something? Like, I don't have to go back and watch. Is that Jean or is that Madeline? Like, that everyone thinks is Jean right now, because Jean is not Cable's mom. So I'm very curious to see if Jean's been replaced, and that is something that comes out of this. I haven't watched episode 2 yet. I don't know. They may be not where they're going. I have no idea. But I'm very curious. I can respect calling Chris efforts. You're not sorry. I gotta watch two. I do. I aim to get to both of them today, and it just I was trying to get some stuff done around the house, and just didn't get there. Like, I got the first one in, and I did not have enough time when it ended a while ago. I didn't have enough time to finish the second one before this was going to start. So I was like, I'll just wait and do it later. So I'll just watch it tomorrow or whatever. So, and by then next week I can talk about episodes 2 and 3. But like, no, it was good. It was an excellent episode. It was really well done. There's too much Cyclops for my taste, but that's fine. But there was just enough Storm and Logan to keep me hooked. And I didn't even think Jubilee was too bad in this one. I remember thinking she was annoying when I was a kid, which is funny because I love Kitty, and she's basically the Kitty surrogate on the show, who's always kind of annoying, but like that just yeah. I will say so. Like while we're talking about this, um, like everybody, like this is a show everybody loves because of that theme song and everything else. And being older, I actually enjoyed the X-Men Evolution show more, like that came out later. And I realized it's a little twist because Logan and Storm are older, and like Cyclops and Jean and them are all in school, and they're closer to like Kitty's age. And but I really loved that version of Rogue, and it had Nightcrawler in it. I think also because it had Nightcrawler and Kitty as well. But I loved X-Men Evolution as a show. I thought it was fantastic, and I even enjoyed. There was another one they did, another cartoon they did later. Was it Wolverine and the X-Men? Um, I enjoyed those too. Uh, I actually think I would say of the three, I think X-Men Evolution was actually my favorite of the three. Just my memory. None of them have I watched since they were like coming out. So it's been a long time. I don't even know if they've had a recent X-Men animated anything really since that Wolverine and the X-Men was like mid O's, right? And because X-Men Evolution was like late 90s, early 2000, like 99 to 2001 kind of thing. I don't remember for sure. And then I think that Wolverine and the X-Men was like 05, 06 maybe. Um, yeah, it was good. It was off to a really good start. And it had Emma in it, which I'm a big fan of that too. And yeah, and it's kind of like that show, and then what was it? Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, which lasted 2 seasons, I think. They came out around the same time, and Spectacular Spider-Man came out around that same time. And all three of those were fan freaking tastic, and all of them got like 1 or 2 seasons. And then they ended because Marvel or Disney bought out, and then they relaunched with like Ultimate Spider-Man, which was not nearly as good, and they relaunched a different Avengers show, which was not as good. And yeah, I was like, if you've never watched Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes, that show was fan freaking tastic. And Spectacular Spider-Man was really, really good. Um, so yeah, no, not since it. I didn't think so. I wondered if I just missed it over the years because I don't pay as close attention to that kind of stuff as I used to. But yeah, so I'm excited. It was good. I may have to actually go back and give the original a rewatch at some point now. I'll probably wait until all these episodes come out and then maybe do it and then maybe go back. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I thought it was good. And yeah, Storm in the Desert was freaking phenomenal. And uh, that was the highlight of episode 1 for me. Yeah. I'm a big Storm fan, so there you go. So, all right. So yeah, I rambled about one episode of X-Men for like 20 minutes. So there you go. So yeah, what else you guys want to talk about? Maybe we just talk about this the rest of the time. I don't know. So I don't really have anything else. Sentinels are scary. Yeah. I mean, Master Mold is an excellent X-Men villain. I was on, what was it, the other night? And was Tuesday night. I was on Omni X-Men with John and Justin. We were talking the end of the Kitty Pryde Wolverine miniseries. We were talking issues 5 and 6. And they always do their questions at the beginning. And they talked about, John asked me, is Magneto a villain? And I made the comment, like, he's better as a villain. And I, like, because the reason I say that is because I'm looking forward to the next episode just because the Magneto show up and they're doing the trial of Magneto is, for me, like, it's like Magneto is right. Magneto being right doesn't necessarily make him not a villain. Like, I enjoy a villain who is like, I enjoy the nuance there. So to me, I think Magneto works best when he is a villain, when he is the antagonist, when he is like, and he doesn't have to be wrong to be that. Like, if that makes any sense, I don't know. Maybe it does. I just think I love that he's shades of gray, and I like it when he's shades of gray. He's their worst impulses, right? Like, it doesn't mean he's wrong, but he's their worst impulses just too far. Like, he takes everything, he goes too far. And I think that's like, and it would be so easy to be Magneto in some ways in terms of the way they're treated to want to react the way he does. And I think that dichotomy is what makes him great as a character and also makes them greatest because they have to like balance it. So that was just my take on that when John asked me that the other night because I didn't really get a chance to talk about it, and since that's going to be the next episode, I'm really curious where it goes. But like, because I was like, because most everybody says no, he's not, and like whenever John asked him that, and I think yeah, he is, and he's best when he is. But that's just me. Yeah, this Rayman said it better than I did. It's scary, but they may be right. You can see where they're coming from. Yeah. Everything. Well, I assume because it is the trial. It's the take on the trial of Magneto. I saw the episode title, so I knew like, and I've read most of this portion of X-Men of the Claremont stuff, and obviously they've tweaked a bunch of it because they have different characters and it's a different take, and so it's gonna be a different version. But yeah, so X-Men 200, yeah. So it'll be curious. I'm looking forward to it. I will definitely watch it tomorrow. I didn't get to it the other night. It just, you know, life has been winning. I have not, but that's okay. We're gonna get through it. I got it. I got a book. I'm checking a book off my 2024 hunt list. Should be here hopefully Monday or Tuesday. For those who don't remember, no tiny books on there. So yeah, checking a book off my that. And I may try to even check another one off soon because I got more on my tax return than I was expecting. So there may be another book. Depends on if I can get the. We'll see. Like I may bid on it. There was a copy of it that I'm going to try to bid on. I think that's supposed to end tomorrow. And I may get it, although it was starting to get to the point where it wasn't necessarily. I was hoping the bidding would not go as high as the buy it nows, but it may actually get there. Nice, Austin Coleman. See, I've started in the last year or so. Like I didn't order an Omni own an Omni till maybe like 2 years ago. So yeah, now like these are Omnis, and there's like 3 or 4 more that you can't see in the corner of that. And I got Omnis up here. This is pull this out. This is an Omni shelf. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Omnis there. There's 3 Omnis on the shelf above it. There's 5 right here. So I've started getting into Omnis. Oh, that's a dangerous rabbit hole. And there's a ton of them I want. It's just like, but I actually think long term, like Omnis are kind of the way to go to get some of these story arcs and stuff that I'll never get and have to read otherwise. That I'm never going to get the single issues for. So I've actually cut down on single issues and have shifted toward Omnis, even though they're heavy and space eaters too and that kind of stuff. But yeah. Not yet. We'll see. I got my eye on a couple of them. Like I missed out on one. Well, it went for more than I didn't. The bidding ended when I couldn't be there, and I kind of forgot to go back. But it went higher than I could have gone. There was one sensation that went higher than I could have gone that I really wanted, and I was like, dang it. There's been a few that have popped up. I just have not yet found book deal I need to just pull the trigger. Is what I need to do and just stop. Yeah, sticking it to the main. Wow, dang, dude. Burying the lead, picked up Marvel Spotlight House of Secrets and FF12. Yeah, I would say those are some monsters. They do, but do they take up more than all the single issues? I guess yes, because you have the hardcover, but it's. I got a chance to look at FF 46, 47, 48, and Silver Surfer 4. Hopefully, the guy might sell. Nice. Very nice. Yeah. Exactly. They don't reprint, neither does Marvel nor DC reprint all that often. And they don't last very long. Yeah. There's a few that I need to really pull the trigger on in my in-stock trades wish list at the moment, and I haven't done it. And I need to just do it because they're going to be gone. I know. Pull it. What did I miss? Pull it. What am I pulling? I'm confused. I lost track. I don't know. Yeah, 300 definitely take up space. Probably. I don't know for sure though. We'll see if that makes it to the top of my list. Because that's the thing is I only have they're not cheap. Omnis are not cheap, and I say that, but I say I got those Omnis, but then I have all these giant Image hardcovers too of all these indie comics that I've been reading. So I have way more Omnis than just what I'm. These are technically deluxe editions, but give me Christmas, that's an Omni. It's a monster. So yeah. That's the one thing I haven't gone down the rabbit hole of is Spider-Man Omnis. And I need to because there's a bunch of Spidey stuff that I would love to go back and read and have that I don't have, and different eras and that kind of stuff. And I have not went down the Spidey Omni rabbit hole yet. Mostly I have a few Batman, a couple of Wonder Woman, one new Teen Titans. I wish I'd been doing it when they did all the new Teen Titans. They did all of that run, and I didn't get them. And then they reprinted the first one, and I got it, but now they haven't reprinted 2, 3, 4. And I don't have them. Same thing kind of happened with my Wonder Woman Perez. I got Omnibus 1. The last one's giving me a hard time because I've been reading, but 2 and 3 aren't out there right now. And I have a few Star Wars ones. My Jason Aaron Thor. I have the entire Jason Aaron Thor. An Omni. So yeah, I got work to do. Yeah, Marvel versus. I haven't read those since they were coming out. I used to have a ton of them. Those were part of the thing that did not survive the move from Virginia back. They may not have survived the move to Virginia. They definitely didn't survive the move back. So yeah. Yeah, it probably is not. Yeah, it is definitely a big rabbit hole. I know what you meant. So we'll see. I need to get another shelf for downstairs for putting hardcovers on. I need to get my butt downstairs so these videos are down there. But I don't know. I hate them. I'm a big softie for the old man at the moment. 14 and almost 4 months old. I don't know how much longer we got. The way it's going, he might be here for another year. Who knows? I don't know if I can handle another year. I'm having to help him a lot. But I don't want him to go. He's still sharp as mentally he's still all there. I don't want him to go, but yeah. The day is coming sooner than later. That's a depressing topic. Let's talk about something else. We got 10 more minutes. So before typically I get out of here, anything else you guys got? Last sip of this Ben Holiday soft red wheat. But if you see it and you're a whiskey person, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. So that bottle is dead. Been killed. So yeah, I don't know anything else. Let's see. Anything coming up? I'm looking forward to seeing. I mean, like movie television wise, I can't think of anything at the moment. DCBS has the Marvel DC Omni on pre-order for like 40% off, but I just feel like the only reason I want them is because it took so long to collect. I never even read them. Yeah, well, they're a fun read if I remember correct. Because it was, if I remember, that's all the stuff where they did the vote on who would win. Like you got it's like Wolverine versus Lobo and Batman versus Captain America and Wonder Woman versus Storm, and you were voting on who would win and therefore who won the whole thing. And I heard that. Unfortunately, it doesn't surprise me. I don't know. I've enjoyed some of the recent Marvel stuff way more than most people have, but it does feel like they've kind of lost. They've definitely lost their focus. I think part of what made it so good the first couple phases was they did a much better job of being cohesive, and I think they've lost it because they've had so many. The more I think about it, I think the reason they've been so inconsistent and not as high a quality because they've tried to crank out too much. They're trying to do too much. I really think is what's going on. More than anything else, I think it's just too much. They've tried to do too many shows, too many movies, and they've lost the cohesion and the storytelling because of it. Like my big frustrations with like Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, was the fact that they just undid every bit of character growth Wanda had in WandaVision, and there's been too much of that. So, what do we got? I remember Dark Claw looking cool. Yeah, the Batman Wolverine crossover. Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I get why they're trying to do it because Chris Evans has moved on. I think they'd just be better off moving on. Yeah, they're trying. I get it. Dark Claw was badass. I can't read. I can read. I'm not a fast reader, and I'm not a slow reader, but I'm not what I would call a fast reader. And I'll be honest, there's some things that play into why I haven't been reading as much that I won't go into here. But let's just say one of the things I'm looking forward to in the not too distant future is being able to do more reading. I'll just put it that way. So, all right. But yeah, where am I at? What am I doing? I don't know. So yeah, I need the white costume storm from her thing today. I will not go on a rant. Will not go on a rant. Will not go on a rant. It's not worth it. It's not even worth a rant. It's so dumb. Bah. Bah. It's all of us just lemmings. Where's the cliff? Take my money for something stupid. Oh look, it looks cool. It's Wolverine on fire. Take my money. Uh Oh my god! Don't you just spoke that into existence? That's totally gonna happen now. You have distressed me. I have. I have. Uh, I know. Stupid. Featuring a sheep. Okay. What am I? What is going on, Johnny boys? What's going on? Yes, I know. That's why it's so hot right now. That's why it's going for so much. It's because that series is coming next month, I think. It's been announced for a little while now, which is why the book has been on the list repeatedly, and you know, whatever. There's so many characters that already exist that are super cool that Marvel never gives the time of freaking day to. But we're gonna get a Helverine miniseries, so you know, they already made Gwenverine in that one of those recent Gwen stories where they had all the hero versions of her and then all the villain versions of it. They already made a Gwenverine. It's yeah, frustrating that they just do all this silly mashup stuff constantly. Give the all right. You heard it. Lasso wants me not to do Donna Troy. He wants me to do Jocasta. Let's collect instead. So Donna Troy's getting pushed further down the line. Further down the line. All because of this guy. That guy right there is the reason you will not get let's click Donna Troy. Whatever. Roll credits. I should have. You're right. It's been free. That's well played. That's well played. Yeah, there is a Wolverine version of Gwen. Yeah, from whatever one of those spider clone mini series things last year, year before. I don't remember. Yeah, that got his attention. That got his attention. uh, let's see. I'll have to get a sensation here soon and see if I can get Lasso back on my side. Uh, because they literally crossed her with everything. There was a Thor version, there was a Captain America version, there was a I think there was an Iron version too. I don't remember. There was a bunch of them, and then there was like a Sand Gwen, and a Doc Ock Gwen, and a yeah. They did it. They did all of it. You except shouldn't make it a what if. It just is. Her and Miles too. The plastic vendor ended up in Themyscira. There you go. They did that with. Oh, I don't think I realized they did that with Miles. Okay, so there you go. Dark version. I don't think they've done that yet, but they don't give them any ideas. I do remember they made Miles a Thor, and then like had a whole bunch of like racist comments or something in it. I forget. Man's best #1 from Boom. No, I almost don't read any. If I read indies, it's in. Well, this is a hardcover, but in trade. Sorry, maybe. Here, let me like in. Well, that was just the one that like I could get too easy, but in trade format. So yeah, that's pretty much the only way I read indies at this point. So I do not have that. Yeah. We're bound. All right, now it's Three Dogs. #1, less than $20. Not even a wall book anymore. Yep. Yes, indeed. All right, gang. I'm gonna shut this down. We're at the hour mark. And yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. Maybe I'll go watch X-Men 97 episode 2. Maybe I'll read on this Wonder Woman omnibus that last show keeps yelling at me because I started and then didn't get any further on. Still got the bookmark in it. Maybe I'll work on a Let's Collect for Lasso. I probably will do none of those things. What I should do is start reading for my indie show on Wednesday, but that'll probably be tomorrow. So good night, good luck. There you go. Watch Shogun. I've heard good things about Shogun. I have. Probably the next thing I'm going to watch though is Reacher. I still haven't watched season 2 of Reacher. I love Reacher. That I need to watch, and then maybe we can venture into some other stuff. Whatever you do, have fun. There you go. I like that. I like it. With that, we're gonna get out of here. Later, fellas.